It's been a while since I've contributed to this channel, and my apologies for that. Since the last talk, we have recorded Lemuria. I've done that with Grant Davis, and it's available on the Anthroposophy in Toronto channel, link below. You know, when you do research on something like that, uh, you come to a new understanding. It's really a phenomena that in finding the photographs and reading hundreds of Steiner quotes and finding material to draw out of it, finding the story in it, it it showed me something that the reason Lemuria name is being tossed around now is because we are in a parallel development. So Earth planet goes through seven phases. Out of the cosmic void, back into the cosmic void takes seven phases. First, Hyperborea, very diffuse, just out of this um, diffuse consciousness is mostly, and higher consciousness is working through these consciousnesses that haven't congealed into bodies yet. That condenses into Polaris, also so difficult to even talk about. It's so far away from what we understand these days as bodies and life forms. That condensed into Lemuria. Now, Lemuria is where the moon was extracted out of the Earth body. Polaris, Earth and moon planet were dissolved into each other, dissolved together, and there was tremendous fertile soil like we don't know. The moon is fertility, and there it was dissolved into Earth. In the middle of Atlantis, the moon was extracted, and what had been just pr- producing animals out of itself, just out of the soil, would come this life out of this lunar life, then came to the outside, and we required male and female bodies, animals and humans, in order to reproduce, in order to produce new um, living bodies in the chain. So that had been done within the planet, just coming bloop out and filled with the life that comes to us anyway from higher cosmic forces. So then we required male and female bodies after the moon was extracted. And now that went into Atlantis, where consciousness was taken out of its just full embedding in the cosmic consciousness to more independent consciousnesses where there was more of an ability for good and evil, which of course, taking hold, evil will. And that led then to our era where we're expanding out again. So there's a contraction and then an expansion out again. So we are in a parallel development from Lemuria, expanding back again into an integration of consciousness with cosmic consciousness as a almost a just a breathing ability, a natural breathing ability. That will expand out again to what we call Venus, which is what we're working on now to the development of love to such an extent that it is as natural to us as the wisdom in plant growth will be the wisdom, will be the love in human nature, love like we don't know yet. And then after that comes Vulcan, which is very, very much more expanded again into a universal consciousness. Now we are past the middle point, and being past the middle point, we are reflecting Lemuria. And in studying Lemuria, we are going to understand, I think you'll find if you watch that little program, that we understand more about the sexes separated then. They are naturally going to join together again so that the we are going to be able to reproduce, not out of the soil of the earth, but out of the word of man. In the beginning was the word. We will be able to speak reproduction again. And or for the first time, the way the cosmos could speak creation, we will be able to speak creation. So that's just a little hint of what we go into with the Lemuria program, and a little bit more of the story that I'm going to tell when I retell the story on this channel as just a story. I want to tell this as a story, an imaginative story with pictures from our human cosmic history. So that's it. Link below. Talk again soon.